Hey friends, what's up and welcome back. It is week 1 and I'm just about to show you what I got at Kroger. Alright, it is December 29th and this is my haul for week 1, trying to cut my grocery budget in half. I've got 5 blocks of cheese, some bread, some pasta sauce as a stock up item, milk, yogurt, some easy breakfast for my husband because he doesn't eat breakfast with the rest of us. I've got tomatoes for sandwiches, mango, which my kids have never had. I think they're both excited for that, or one of them is at least. I have a couple parsnips, some lunch meat for sandwiches, sausages, 2 pounds of ground pork, a lemon, a couple apples. I think there's 5 here. Celery, 2 bags of these little potatoes that are great for roasts and all kinds of different things. Leeks, because I don't eat onions, that's a long story. Brussels sprouts, and a cabbage. With all of my discounts and my coupons, all of this only costs $89. All right, so that's what we bought last week. Let's go through and see what I made with it. Okay, so the first night of this week, I made chicken noodle soup, and here I am just chopping up all the veggies. I've got a leek, 3 carrots, a parsnip, and 3 ribs of celery, and all I'm doing is just chopping these up, and I'm gonna add everything but the celery into a big soup pot with probably about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of bacon grease. I'm going to saute that for just a little bit until everything gets soft, and then I'm going to add in my celery. After I add in that celery, I'm going to saute that for a little bit longer, and then here comes the chicken. This chicken I pre-marinated and froze a while back. It's just olive oil, some red wine vinegar, Italian seasoning, and my secret recipe for fantastic chicken for some reason is a little bit of some sort of spicy mustard. So I'm just mixing all of this together here. And then I'm going to let that cook up and brown, and then I'll come back to it when I'm ready to add my seasonings and my broth. All right, so now that this is all browned up, I'm gonna go ahead and start with my seasonings. The first thing that I'm gonna add is a little bit of garlic. I used pre-minced, so I'm gonna add about a tablespoon, call it about 2 or 3 cloves. And then I'm going to come in with liquid aminos. You could also use soy sauce, that works just fine. I just prefer liquid aminos. And I'm gonna add in about a tablespoon and a half, and then a little bit more just for some extra flavor. Then I'm gonna mix all of that up. If I hadn't been using marinated chicken, I would have also added in some oregano, and maybe some other Italian seasonings. Red pepper flakes are also a good choice if you like it spicy, but because I have 2 kids, I'm not. And then I'm going to do chicken broth. I used the Sam's Club chicken base this time. It's what they had. And I'm going to use probably about a tablespoon and a half to 2 tablespoons. And then I'm going to follow that up with 6 cups of water in total. So here comes 4, and then I'll add in another 2, and then I'm gonna turn the heat up all the way to 11, and we're going to make some soup. So after you simmer that for 15 to 20 minutes, cook your half a pack of noodles while that's happening. You have some delicious homemade chicken noodle soup to serve with delicious crusty bread. And guys, you will not go back to the canned stuff after this. This was the best chicken noodle soup I have ever made. You have to go make it right now. All right, I wanted to give a haul update. I have not spent any more on my weekly groceries, but we did go to a New Year's Day party and came home with some cheese dip, which is mostly gone, black-eyed peas, and 6 pounds of pork chops, which I will be making for dinner probably tomorrow. So that was $0. All right, guys, so we had a sick baby in the house on this night. So my husband offered to cook these fantastic pork chops. We just used a little bit of salt and pepper on each side. Here, my husband is now just liberally adding pepper, and then we went back and did a little bit of sea salt on top of that. And then we are searing them in the pan for just a couple minutes until they're brown on all sides. And here is the flip. I wish you could hear the sizzle on this. It was fantastic. It already smelled delicious. So good. Please ignore my one-sided tongs that my husband just struggled to use. And then we just made a quick, easy side of roasted potatoes and then that's them out of the oven. Oh my gosh. We had some leftover cornbread to eat with it, and this was such a good meal and one that I did not have to cook, which is always a plus. And that was our weekend food. I did just follow the Kroger sales ad and got the things that were on the best sale that I knew my kids and my husband and myself would really enjoy and that would eat through pretty quickly. There are a couple of different things that happened this week that made it so that it was hard to follow my meal plan. We had a sick baby that was super clingy, so I wasn't able to cook. My husband actually handled dinner one of the nights. And then we had some guests, we had a party, we got some free food. And so I had to kind of adapt my meal to that. The good news is that because I had a plan and pretty much followed it, we didn't eat out at all. And I didn't have to add to my spending at all. And because I didn't use all of the food that I bought, I'm able to kind of keep that for next week. But that was our week. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you follow me along next week. Give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see what happens next time.